Have you ever found yourself making pancakes at 3 a.m. instead of sleeping? Come here, let me tell you a story. There once were two brothers who both had poor sleep. The younger could find no way to shut off, and the rest was never deep. His slumber random through the day, no schedule would keep. The elder, a night owl, captive to the screen, shackled by the glow until sunrise was seen. But wait a few years, and the sleep of both is now keen. 'Tis be me and my brother. He now wakes with the sun, then journals, the gym, and off to work when the beauty routine is done. I have danced at night, so my sleep comes later, but it comes well. To any schedule, these tips will cater. A friend recently mentioned they were cooking pancakes at 3 a.m. instead of sleep. This was a familiar story, as my brother used to do the same. So I asked him one night how he got from there to here. We both sat down and wrote out everything this transformation took. Structured by, it is 3 a.m. and you need first aid that you can do tonight. One-time things you set up tomorrow. And finally, habits to set and keep for a life of good sleep. The knowledge shared here is summarized in a free checklist in the description below to remind you after the video in what order to get what done. Let's start by establishing foundation. Number 1. In a category of its own. For the 3 a.m. pancakes, blueberries aren't a good substitute for eggs, even if you Google just that and got a single result that matched. That was an anecdote from my brother of something he actually did and discovered once. Unfortunately, while entertaining, it was just a gag. Back to being serious. Reduce stress 300-fold. Stress and sleep are like oil and water, they do not mix. Everything else on this list is basically relief, so you don't die from sleep deprivation while you try to figure out how to get to a place in your life where stress no longer fucks your sleep. The shit feels unbearable when you're in it, but it will end. All will be good in the end. And if it isn't yet good, it isn't the end. Keep on keeping on, I believe in you. You won't solve all your life's problems tonight, and you won't solve all the world's problems without being able to take care of yourself first. You need sleep, it isn't selfish. It is so that you can do something about what you care about. It's 3 a.m., you've just made pancakes, and are watching this video. Let's start off easy. Open your bedroom windows. Let some fresh, cool air in. Maybe even leave it open the whole night. Go, do it. Take the phone with you. All of these steps, go and do them. If it is 3 a.m. when you are watching this video, then this is now a follow along. Call me Bob Ross. Or Daddy. Both are fine. Only low, dim lights. Turn off all overhead lights. Chill with low, below eye level, dim, warm lights. Move table lights around to the rooms where you need them. Toss warm colored shirts over lamps that are too bright. Burn some candles safely. I don't want you to die because the tips work too well and you fell asleep with a poorly positioned candle. For tonight, it doesn't have to be pretty, just low and dim. Maybe you have a fireplace, start it up. Will be a nice activity to do while getting ready to go to bed. Now, on to the more difficult steps. Not complex, but in practice, difficult. No eating or screens at night. As we got to the sentence, you're halfway through chewing a batter of your pancakes. Is it crepes, potato pancakes, cheese curd pancakes? The kind varies, but it always seems to be pancakes. Is it the universal comfort food? Or maybe only here in Latvia? Finish your meal. We don't want to add bulimia to tonight's challenges. But afterwards, no more snacking. Not a fucking nut. As a general rule, eat a couple of hours before your bedtime, so your body doesn't have to figure out how to balance processing food and sleep. I've seen the body's resolution to this problem be nightmares. No idea how that helps with either of the processes, but that's what it do. And no screens, no TV, no computer, no phone, even with night shift, though do put night shift on for when you will put your alarm on and inevitably find some excuse to check something else. But as a rule, no phone. And no smartwatch either. I leave it on to track my sleep. And yet here you are, 3 a.m., eating your pancakes, watching this video. I can force you to take it off, but with it on, you will look at that screen during this period of trying to fall asleep. Do with this information as you will. I can only share my experience and encourage you to try and gather your own. What will you do without screens? Because staying alone with your head is an unimaginable nightmare. Read a book. Grab something off your shelf. Read Dr. Seuss or Winnie the Pooh or Letters by Seneca that your granddad gave you. Read something that gives you a cozy feeling. This isn't the time to read that big serious book you've tried to force yourself to like for the past 6 months. Have not a single book? You should solve this issue in the morning. For tonight, listen to an audiobook or some calm podcast, But believe you me, you'll use this phone proximity to find every reason imaginable to unlock and use it for a quick second here and there. Going to bed. So now you've been chilling in your sofa with a nice book, lights dim, your pancakes processed, and you are ready to try and go to bed. Your bedroom is nice and cool. You close the window slightly. Don't freeze, but so it keeps cool. Toss a shirt over your eyes. Grab a clean shirt to toss over your eyes for some extra darkness. Maybe you already have an eye mask. Fall asleep by focusing on your breath. For years now, my brother has gone to sleep while doing breathing exercises. His oxygen deprivation of choice is 5-6-7 breathing. He says that he does this so to choke himself a little, like knocking himself out. I will reserve my opinion on the mechanism through which this breathing helps, but my brother does this and it has helped. 5-6-7 is a 5-second inhale through the nose, 6-second hold, 7-second exhale through whichever orifice you prefer. You can try other breathing patterns like box breathing, which is equal counts: inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Start with 4 counts. Whichever you do, slow down your breath and focus on it. The point is to bring focus to the sensations of your body. NSDR, non-sleep deep rest, protocols with body scans do something similar, but you slowly scan your whole body, tensing and relaxing it from toes to head. You can explore this tomorrow. If no sleep within 30 minutes, get up. If you don't fall asleep within 30 minutes, by vibes, do not check the clock, and dear God, do not put a timer on. Get up, go read some more, maybe go have a nighttime walk, chill out for a little, then go to sleep once more. Final thing, do not watch the rest of the video now. Lock your phone, write on a piece of paper to return to this video, put your phone away, put the piece of paper on top of your phone like the holy lock of some paladin, and don't touch it until it is morning. If you have to, put the alarm on now. So no excuses to touch it later. This will fuck my watch time, but that is okay. Go to sleep. Bye now. I told you to go to bed and you're still here? That's fine. I'd probably do the same. All right, come here. Let's have a chat about what you'll do tomorrow. And while we're at it, if you know someone who finds themselves flipping through pancakes, and while we're at it, if you know someone who finds themselves flipping pancakes at 3 a.m. instead of enjoying peaceful slumber, share this video with them. Let's help each other find that elusive good night's sleep. One-time things. Let's talk about some one-time things you can do to improve your sleep environment. Feng Shui your bedroom. First things first, your bedroom is your sanctuary. It's where the magic happens. Sleep, that is. You need to craft this temple with care. Especially if you're an anxious person, try to have your bed meet the following Feng Shui guidelines. Head against the solid wall. The door shouldn't open straight onto your bed. The door shouldn't be behind you either. And windows like similar energy. It should be treated the same. Pieces of furniture can be used as blocks and guides for this energy. The aim is to make laying in your bed feel safe, as if you can see all the entry points, that you are at a distance where you could react, that you are in control. You can thus safely nod off. Zero light in your bedroom. Our bodies are designed to respond to light and dark in certain ways, and artificial light interferes with this. When it's time to sleep, your room needs to be pitch black. No blinking Wi-Fi router, and toss the fire alarm, bury the digital clock, and get good blinds or blackout curtains for the windows. Get a sleeping mask as well. It is easier to get than installing blackout curtains. So while you are getting your room set up, have the sleeping mask. Essential oils on your pillows. Get some lavender or chamomile essential oil. Put a few drops in your pillow before bedtime. As my brother once again posits, to suffocate yourself a little. Aromatherapists would say that these oils have calming properties. The experts seem undecided on the methodology, but agree on the results. Fuck melatonin. I don't care that it's the go-to sleep supplement. I don't care that a pharmacist recommended it to you. I don't care that the box has pretty drawings. Using it, you'll develop a tolerance to inhumane amounts of melatonin, where what your body generates won't have the same buzz anymore. And for what? Staring for 10 minutes at the morning sunlight straight after waking gets me more tired at night than melatonin ever has. These behavioral and habitual practices will have a greater effect and won't mess with your tolerances. I tried melatonin hoping it would help me shift my sleep-wake times a couple of hours earlier. Barely helped. My brother was recommended to use it by his doctor in the years where he struggled with sleep, and his message now is, fuck melatonin. Habits to foster. Timing habits. regular wake time. Basically, get up at the same time every day. That's it. Every day. Eventually, you'll get to a point where you don't have to be perfect with your wake time consistency, but at first, try to be perfect. Get to a place where your sleep is good, and then you can experiment. It doesn't have to be crazy early. What works and is reasonable for your life. When starting, the first week will be fucked. Like 1 to 2 hours of sleep a night, fucked, if your current sleep is bad enough. But it will improve. Stick through it. How to stick through it and not die? Take naps. We're dealing with crazy sleep deprivation here, so do not listen to the no more than 30 minutes or else. They haven't lived months with never more than 6 hours of sleep, and the past week with roughly 2 hours a night. Take a nap, take a long nap, but take it correctly. My brother's suggestion is up to a 2 to 3 hour nap at the opposite side of the day as your planned sleep. Put on alarms. You don't want an accidental 6 hour nap where you will wake fresh as a daisy at 9 p.m. So up to 2 to 3 hours at your midday. Better nap earlier in the day than later. Control sleepiness with friends and water. To sleep when you want to, it is important to not sleep when you don't want to. You now know when you are planning to be asleep and when awake. We know some things to try and do for the periods when trying to sleep, what to do for when trying to stay awake. Spend time with friends and sip water. Whenever he was sleepy, my brother just had a sip of water. These were the 2 methods he mentioned, so these are what I am relaying. Light habits. Light is an important regulator of your inner clock. Sunrise and sunset are 2 daily events you need to pay attention to. Blast yourself with light in the morning. After waking, blast your eyes with light. Ideally, direct sunlight, not through a window. Go outside, or at least lean out the window. Oh my god. Second best, any and all artificial lights you have available. But even an overcast day is better than artificial. Leave artificial for the winter months, where you wake before the sun. This will wake you up and start a timer for sleepiness for the night. For me personally, the sleepiness that induces the night is ridiculous. Craziest I've experienced. Dim and low bonfire lights after sunset. Try and be outside for the sunset as well. Have a walk. It is another anchor for your inner clock. After sunset, your body doesn't expect any more bright blue objects floating about. So don't confuse it. Make everything low and dim and orange, like a bonfire. So, go outside for the sunset. My phone and laptop have maximum orange night shift from sunset till sunrise. All the rooms in my apartment have low, dim lighting options. I stuck 2 desk lamps to a kitchen shelf and put warm bulbs in since we frequent the kitchen a lot after sunset. Improvise. Carry stuff around. Body habits. Physical relaxation is vital. Get a massage, stretch, yoga, or draw yourself a warm bath. Massage guns, rollers, golf balls, Epsom salt foot baths, a warm shower, sauna. Relax. These are temporary relief from some stressor, physical or mental, that your body cannot process. But you need the temporary relief to sleep and heal, and then in the morning figure out what is too much. Sleep mute, deaf, and blind. Mouth tape, earplugs, eye mask. I was away for a few days without my nighttime shenanigans with me. I came home, and that first night back with tape, plugs, mask, those were magical hours. Magical. Grab some micropore tape for your mouth. It'll help you breathe correctly, not choke on your own tongue, not snore. Grab any earplugs so the outside noise doesn't bother you, since we're sleeping with the window open for that cool fresh air. And cover your eyes. Start with a shirt if investing in an eye mask is too much for your health, but the shirt will fall off on the first turn, so get an eye mask. Drink electrolytes. Almost no one drinks enough. Almost no one even knows what an electrolyte is. Yet drinking electrolytes has been the single greatest supplement diet change I've ever had. I'm big and active and sweaty, which helps explain the ridiculous improvement I experienced. But every friend I've successfully bullied into taking electrolytes has continued taking them and loves it. How to find electrolytes? Somewhat tricky, since some of the sports drinks are trash. You want salt, and some magnesium, calcium, potassium. Some carbs added is fine as well. Buy in powder form in fitness supplement stores, or check what sports drinks your store offers. I drink almost exclusively electrolytes, and I love it. And regarding sleep, I can drink as much of them as close to sleeping as I want, and it absorbs so well, I've never had to get up to go to the bathroom when drinking electrolytes. Know your foods. Digestion and sleep don't mix. Try not to eat some hours before the bed, and pay attention to what you eat. If you notice that late night dumplings give you nightmares, don't eat late night dumplings. This is a real anecdote. Meanwhile, having a good meal with complex carbs like whole wheat pasta, whole grain bread, brown rice, sweet potato, some 2 hours before bed can help prepare your body for a restful sleep. So, try not to eat too close to your bedtime, eat foods that feel calm in your belly that you almost don't feel after eating, and complex carbs 2 hours before bed. Easy. Mind habits. Training for your evenings without a phone. Nowadays our minds are constantly stimulated, but turns out that for good sleep you need to put the stimulator, phone, away. But if this nighttime is the first and only time ever in your life where you put the phone away and don't replace it with some other stimulating activity, it'll be very uncomfortable at first. Pent up emotions and stress will come up. You need to release them earlier so that the nighttime can hope to be peaceful. Set aside time each day, start with a half an hour, you can work up to more later, for unstructured mental activity. A walk outside with no phone, or music, or podcast, or audiobook, or meditating, or simply sitting quietly in a room, or a fan favorite, sunbathe in the park. No phone or stimulus. Let your brain release what it has been holding for far too long. As you grow more accustomed with these periods of quiet, you'll get more comfortable with putting your devices away at night as well. So 30 minutes without any device or stimulus, walk outside, meditate, or simply sit quietly in a room, or sunbathe in the park. As we wrap up, remember that while all these tips can serve as your nightly companions in the quest for sleep, they are but kickstarting aids on a much longer journey. The reality is, to truly find peace in the quiet of the night, we need to address the storms that rage within us during the day. Reducing stress isn't just about making life bearable. It's about transforming it into something you don't merely survive through, but thrive within. Each day moving towards goals you yourself deemed as worthy. It's a daunting task, I know. But for now, let these strategies be your lifeline, keeping you afloat. You don't rise to your goals, but fall to your systems. So fake good sleep habits until you accidentally find yourself sleeping well. Keep at it, sleep when you can, and bit by bit, you'll find your way. Sweet dreams and good luck. Remember, for the structured guide, check the checklist in the description and join our journey to reclaiming the night. And that, dear friend, is just the beginning of our journey together. In our next video, we're going to delve deeper and ascend higher. We'll explore the concept of levels, inspired by Home Math's video on levels of development and stages of consciousness. Together we will learn how to ascend these levels, armed with the wisdom of Dr. K's meditative focusing techniques and the teachings from David Deda's Enlightened Sex and other books. So join us next time as we continue to navigate the complexities of life, embracing every high and low, every triumph and trial, with open hearts and open minds. Until then, how do you sleep so well? Now go out there and be a good gardener. Create a day filled with adventure as you walk around town, picking up that book you'll read tonight, finding the perfect candles, sourcing some complex carbs for dinner, and perhaps even acquiring a sleeping mask, some micropore tape, and earplugs. And why not pick up some essential oil and electrolytes while you're at it? Remember to put your phone away and enjoy the simple pleasure of walking, just you and the world around you. Sweet dreams. See you soon in the next video, and check out that checklist below. Okay. No eating. This fucking sky. Come here.